Hi everyone, welcome back to the Leader Journey. Today I'm joined by Wouter Jacobs, who is our Group HR Manager, and we continue to talk about how COVID has impacted us. Welcome Wouter, thank you for joining me today. So tell me, how do you feel the measures surrounding COVID-19 outbreak impacted our organization?
Hi, Sandy. Yeah, thank you for the invite. As is the case with many other companies, COVID-19 and the subsequent measures have greatly influenced how we as a company, but also specifically how our employees do business. So it not only applies to our companies in Europe, but also beyond in North America and Asia, where these are also seriously impacted. So what does this mean for us? Well, first of all, business travel was and remains restricted for all our employees. Who have been for the most part confined to working from home. This resulted in a big shift from offline to online engagements via digital communication platforms, much like the one we are having right now via Microsoft Teams. And like for many other companies, also for us, it remains a serious disruption of normal workflow. Because, for example, it means that there are no more face-to-face contacts to discuss work, no more sporadic ad hoc moments, contact in the hallway, or moments near the coffee machine maybe, something like that. So yeah, it's a change for the worse. In the meantime, our employees are juggling with homeschooling for kids. In some countries that we do business, our employees house not only the younger generation, but also the elderly generation. So managing all this while focusing on business and customer contact is a hefty job. So I think it's commendable that our people are coping with this the way that they do.
Yes, indeed, couldn't agree more. So for you personally, but also from an HR perspective, what were your main challenges and potential opportunities in dealing with this impact?
Yeah, the main challenge is to keep investments up in our human capital. That foremost. So one example is that Leader Biomedical made a conscious decision not to freeze hiring activities. I'm actually quite proud of this because nowadays most companies are doing quite the opposite. So at the start of the pandemic, we hired 2 employees into our talent development program. So in this regard, it's business as usual. However, COVID-19 does require us to rethink onboarding and introduction in a more predefined way. So whereas before things might have gone a bit more ad hoc, so that's a big change. So another challenge is that at first we were quite worried, mainly about the general well-being of our people. Especially in the first period of the pandemic, you could see that there was a risk of getting mentally overloaded with everything that had to do with COVID-19. All the news spreading 24/7. And as we all know, the mental state of a person is closely connected to one's physical well-being. So in the end, a strong body helps to create a strong mind. So to stay fit, we introduced a fitness challenge. The idea is that there was a friendly competition within the team, taking as much steps as possible in a confined space of time. It's a lot of fun to participate. It helps everyone to get engaged and it stimulates healthy behavior.
Yes, so did we have a winner? And how did that go?
Yeah, I think it was one of the employees from the talent development program who came out on top. So he was the last who come on board. He was the first to come out on top. So that's quite an achievement.
Yeah, that's onboarding 2.0, I would say.
Yes.
So what else did you undertake? How did you participate in some of the other activities needed to keep the team motivated, to keep the team healthy, as you just referred to? What were some of the other activities that you actively initiated and participated in?
Yeah. So in general, I think that at Leader Biomedical, most of us are very competitive. So in general, I also like to do sports a lot. So with some of my colleagues, I do remote home workouts, not only for health purposes. It's just that it is a nice opportunity to get in contact with my colleagues living abroad in the United States or in Europe. So, for example, I do regular primal movement trainings via camera, and it allows me to interact with my colleagues and to stimulate each other, and provide each other with tips on how to do the exercises best. So it's a full body workout, which doesn't require any training equipment. So you can do it on the floor at home. And it basically requires a lot of coordination and core strength. So it's a lot of fun.
How did you support the team in getting a proper setup, dealing with working from home?
This brings me to another risk factor that we have to be aware of nowadays, which is home office ergonomics. At work, we invested a lot in state-of-the-art office furniture, but I noticed that at home, not everyone has decent furniture. And, it makes sense not to purchase expensive chairs before COVID-19. If you didn't spend more than an hour or so on that thing, then it makes sense. But when you're working on these chairs for 8 hours per day, it will start having an impact for the worse. So I came up with the idea to distribute office chairs to the employees' homes for those in need. All due to COVID-19, all the rental companies were closed, but luckily I have a trailer at home. And yeah, with this trailer, I picked up a couple of chairs from the office, which I distributed amongst the colleagues who are working at home. And it was well received. So in short, I think that this is what we need the most in these times. We have to take care of each other, think in possibilities, and pay a little bit more attention to one another.
I think those are the perfect words to end this interview with. Thank you so much, Wouter, for sharing your experience and showing a little bit of the behind the scenes at Leader, and how you've supported the team in getting through what definitely are some difficult times for us all. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.
Yeah, thank you, Sandy. Bye.